Hey everyone, welcome to Pop Culture Clobberin Time. And I almost got it out. This morning we're going to talk about underexposed superheroes and characters from pop culture.
Underexposed.
We're going to get to it right after this.
I feel so.
Welcome to the show, everyone. I got to admit, we're experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty. So if anyone in the live stream sees any problems with our audio or video, please let us know.
No.
Yes, please.
No.
But other than that, I've got my pal, Coach Vic and Al Shell. And we're here to chop it up about some of our favorite characters that you've never heard of. So before we kick it off, how you doing this morning, Al?
I'm doing good. All this stuff kind of throwing me off. I had all the ideas, and then stuff started going wrong, and I'm like, oh no!
Yeah,
went out the window.
That's the world I live in. Good morning, Rob Boswell. Thanks for joining us live. We've got Mars Comics.
Hey, Mars.
Good to see you, Mars. Thanks for joining us.
Mars, did you get the package yet? They're the only ones that the cards. Oh yeah, and for everybody that actually joined me and Vic last weekend for Sketch 'em Up. We did an hour of sketching. Vic got down and sketched up some great pictures. I don't have them because I sent them to Mars Comics.
There you go.
Can't. That bums me out. You haven't got. I sent them like Monday and they haven't.
There you go. Well, they will arrive soon, hopefully. But let me tell you this. My plan for this show was just to come in and introduce the show and let you guys take over because you did a great job last week. I mean, I have you guys on my show to entertain people because I am not that entertaining.
Fire!
That's the height. That's the height of my emotional range right there.
Al has control.
You were there in spirit.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody. I was going to tell you, everybody was asking for you in the chat.
True.
Sure. Yeah. Right.
True.
I'm the man in demand, I'm sure.
Yeah. They were. It was like a fascination to see like what we could be doing without a Jamie Hood, and we proved that we can't do anything right. So I just want to also thank Coach Vic for being my wingman last weekend. I was like, it's weird. So
and we got a couple of tweaks for next week to make it a little better, right? I said we have a couple of tweaks to make it a little better next time.
Oh yeah. We did miss you, Jamie. We missed you.
Yes.
Even though you showed up at the end and you're like, oh, we could be doing this later, but he doesn't want to do the show later. He wants to do it.
Like, real truth. Like I after getting out of bed and getting a shower, I was like, okay, where are they at? And like you were done like 3 minutes before I logged on.
He's like, I don't want to watch them. They're gross.
Like this sleeping in thing is nice.
It is. But I can assure you, I'm going to be absent for the next several Saturdays, as I learned the other day, for a family commitment. So I can assure you I will not be sleeping in for at least the next 6 or 7 weeks.
So that allows me to introduce, at least next Saturday, I'm going to be doing another Sketch 'em Up, and hopefully Vic can join me.
I'll join you. I have game day on in the background.
Oh, good. You can be watching that instead of watching me draw like most other people. No, I had fun. It's been a while since I did that, and hopefully, as I do it, I get better. And
I was impressed. I was impressed with what you did in the time allotted.
Well, it was funny because like I could tell Vic was like, I don't know what you're doing. What is this? It's just circles. And then like when I started bringing it together, he was like, oh, it's a human. Okay, that's what that's supposed to be.
It was like those paintings you see online where the guy's painting, and then he flips the picture around and it's Jesus. I mean, I've never seen anybody other than Jesus, but you know what I'm talking.
That's what I'm going to do next weekend is flip it around. It's going to be Jesus. It's going to be actually Jesus doing the picture. And then you're going to be like, whoa, mind blown. Like, Jesus, that's what Jesus does on his spare time. He has a stream for drawing pop culture characters. No, but yeah, this coming Saturday, not this Saturday, but the Saturday, next Saturday. This Saturday we're doing this. Next Saturday, me and Vic here at 10:30, I think, maybe 11. No, it's gonna be 10:30. We're gonna be sketching them up, man. Sketching them up. What I'm gonna be doing, maybe we'll put up a poll, and then you guys can jump in and tell me what you want to see me draw. Learn to draw. I don't know. Anyways. What are we here today for, guys?
We're going to talk about underexposed heroes, and by underexposed, I don't mean characters that have like skimpy costumes.
Oh man!
Well, from the thumbnail, that's what I was thinking. That was all boobs.
It was Uncle Sam revealing what's under his coat.
Yeah, revealing something.
Revealing his patriotism.
Yeah. Well, I got an eye full because I shared it on my Facebook page, and it was just like a big, like, it just got closer to the memories. Thank you for the memories. Anyways. Overexposed, guy.
My mistake. That would be overexposed. Yeah.
Right.
Go back to Mark's comment. She had the same reaction to you sketching last week.
Yeah, like who's this bum? How does he think he's an artist? Anyway, I'd like to get other artists to join me, get on there, and like we're just drawing and yabbering and not get anything done.
Right. So don't invite Terry on.
Yeah. Well, he wouldn't do it anyway. He's big time.
Oh, gotcha.
He's a big time artist.
And he'd be too busy telling us about all the what those are conspiracy theories in comics.
Hey, so back on target. We're 7 minutes in. We got to hit the thumbnail. Come on, let's go. What are we doing?
So the underexposed characters that we enjoy personally, that we think need to be seen more in comics, on screen, on the big screen, and animation. So the way we went about this was we wanted to land on the magic number 10 because everything's a top 10 list. So each of us picked 3, and then we had a very democratic way of determining the batting order for what goes in order in each kind of level. And so what we're going to do is we'll let you, the live audience, choose which of our 3 you like the best, and whoever wins that vote will reveal who the 10th character is.
What are you doing? That's not what we decided.
I just told you out.
I already had the formula now. Okay, you know what?
What did
by the time I come in, I'm like
totally misunderstand what's going on.
By the time I get to the 10, I've missed 33 messages.
I could
have missed this.
Listen, what it is that we release our 9 basically, and then at the end of those 9, we're gonna let you guys, who's ever out there still watching, by the end of it, you're gonna pick who had the best set of guys,
right.
And then that person will reveal their uber over or underexposed character that they can pitch.
Okay, yeah, you were right.
He just went around it like, hey, there's a back door by that Bonnie Dunes. You can go over the hill. That's what he did. So
let's do this like we did when we were kids. We'll play the game, and then everybody will catch on.
Yeah.
All right. So we're starting out with a round of 3 characters. So these are kind
of number 10. We're gonna start off with number 10, right?
Yep.
All right. And because of the horrible democracy of us, who was number 10? Should have been probably number 5, right? Number 10. I don't know.
Here we go.
Woohoo!
So this was my pick for this round.
Okay.
Hey, is that Orphan?
No.
Orphan.
Which character would you think is Orphan? And
The-
I don't even know who Orphan is.
The guy in the back with the black and the white mask.
That is
That's Nighthawk.
Nighthawk.
Street
yeah.
Hawk.
Oh,
Nighthawk.
he looks like
I
the
knew there was a knight and he's got a bird motif. So
the things make him look like he's the character from the guy from X Factor. No, yeah, X Factor. Is that what I'm reading? The series you gave me to read.
X-Force.
X-Force.
From the Peter Milligan and Mike Allred run.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it now. Yeah, Orphan has antennas.
That's not what he has?
No, these are just
Okay, so Squadron Supreme. Now,
Okay.
I'm hearing, have you guys heard the rumors that they're going to do this for Loki, right?
I've heard rumors that are bringing these guys into the Marvel Universe.
Right. And they're talking the rumor sauce, right, that they're spilling everywhere is that Henry Cavill is going to be Hyperion or hypocrite. No. So
okay. I heard that, didn't know what it meant, but I heard
that's the rumor. That's the rumor. Okay. I don't, they can put some brownie on that and soap that up. Let's just go with you want Squadron Supreme. What are we talking? Are we talking comics? Are we talking movies? What are we talking?
I'm talking about, okay, so if you don't know the Squadron Supreme, they're Marvel's mirror version of DC's JLA. So Hyperion is Superman, Nighthawk is Batman. The guy with the multicolor costume there on the left is their equivalent
to Dr. Spectrum
or something like that is Green Lantern. They've got a Flash, yada yada yada. So
yada 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 yada
generally,
yada.
Marvel uses them as a way to have battles between the JLA and the Avengers.
Yada yada
like that.
Yada yada yada. Sorry.
Yada yada yada.
Watch that She-Hulk. Yada yada yada.
So, but in this particular miniseries, and this is what I want to see adapted. This was written by Mark Gruenwald back in the 80s.
You would want to have the most depressing stuff.
So,
anyway,
this is what the storyline is. This is what happens when superheroes kind of take over the world to make the world a utopia. So, the problem is the first sentence: the heroes take over the world.
Yeah.
And this is before Kingdom Come.
Yeah,
this is before Kingdom Come.
And before any of the crises.
Well, no, Crisis on Infinite Earths had already. Wait a minute, when did this come out?
He said the 80s.
Yeah, it would have been just after that. I think it was later in the 80s.
Well, this isn't like Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is like kind of more Watchmen. Well, it's not as Watchmen-y, but Kingdom Come, when they started fighting because the Superman guy was like, "Hey, we can help the world," and they're like, Batman's like, "No, you suck. We shouldn't do this," or something.
Yep. So yeah, that's the trope of the series. So that's and we get that a little bit in like comics and TV shows like The Boys, but it's even more extreme. In that case, they're coming from a place of evil, where the superheroes, quote unquote, are really the bad guys. In this case, everyone sets out to do a good thing, and it just turns upside down for them.
Okay.
So that was my pick. So that's
now I can see this. This would be a good. I think if they don't do it so dark, but that's the thing. It's going to be Marvel, so it's not going to be dark, right? I don't want the Supreme Power or whatever that came out in the mid 2000s. I think show them how to do an actual Justice League movie. I think they could do that. I don't want to see Henry Cavill in there.
No,
but
I don't either.
I think, if you could get some old school minded people in there to do a good Squadron Supreme, instead of like, the new guys is like, let's make them murder little, people in the streets. It's just, I don't know. If it was a lighthearted one, maybe I'd like it, But that's just me because I'm tired of dark and depressing stuff.
Preach.
Good number 10.
All right. Talking about dark and depressing. Our next
Oh, Squadron Supreme. Vic picked Squadron Supreme.
What makes you think I'm number 9? Oh, well, I probably am.
Number 9.
Share screen.
Number 9. Number 9. Number 9.
Okay.
Oh, Cloak and Dagger. All right. I haven't seen that too. Why is she wearing? I thought she was all white. Like a white.
This is a new fancy version where they switch.
I don't like that. It's gonna be old. Well, they did have a Cloak and Dagger show in the works, didn't they? But
this is a modern image of the characters. So why do they need more exposure, Victor?
Well, the TV show got convoluted, but I mean, I read a few of their storylines. Like I read their introduction in Amazing Spider-Man, whichever one it is. Still looking for that book. Good price.
Peter Parker.
Yeah, Peter Parker. But I just like this character. I like the idea of a black character that's really dark and a white character that's really right. But with the storylines twist up a little bit. I just really like these two. And I think it'd be an interesting story if they ever fleshed out a full series instead of just like, 4 books here, 4 books there, or put them here and put them there. I just want to see stuff like this actually get a chance at a full run. And that was my whole thought.
So you're more here for comics, right?
Yeah.
I'm here for the media, all of them. I'm talking toys. Have they had Cloak and Dagger toys? I think they have.
No, I mean it's basically 2 people that they can't make a whole line around.
Oh, I'm sure they did like Marvel Legends.
They do a line of toys. It's like they'll pick from whatever they want.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But yeah, I always like the visual of Cloak and Dagger. I think they're cool. I think I don't think that the TV show that came out was really Marvel. I think it was like we let them borrow this or something.
Right.
I could see Cloak and Dagger in there. I'm looking forward to seeing a Cloak and Dagger in live action. But
I think it'd be really good animation too, though.
Right.
Yeah, have some cool visual effects and stuff. It would be kind of cheaper to do in animation.
Let the DC people do it.
Well, it's more, but Cloak and Dagger is more an adult themed. Like they got a lot of adult themed stuff in their comic books. There's, street kids and drugs and stuff. So I don't know if you're
even their introductions that way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, stay off drugs, kids. Yeah, I like Cloak and Dagger. Hey, Mars Comics is saying Cloak and Dagger is a good pick. That might be we might have a win there for there you go. So we're moving along here. I give a thumbs up for Cloak and Dagger too. So I like Squadron Supreme and Cloak and Dagger. And my number what is it? 8? Number 8. And you didn't even use my picture.
You sent me a picture?
No, you didn't even go to my site and use my artwork like all the heroes did for their.
Oh, yeah. I just did a Google image search for these. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, I know I've ranted and raved about Thundar Barbarian before, when I wanted what 5 toy lines I want. But let me tell you, Thundar the Barbarian, Ukla the Monk, and Princess Ariel, they're sitting on a shelf somewhere, right? They don't have the exposure that even a Cloak and Dagger or a Squadron Supreme does. Warner Brothers doesn't even know they own these dudes. That's how bad. They can't even get their guys right. They don't even know they're like, hey, what's this I'm telling you, if you think about it, it's Conan the Barbarian meets Planet of the Apes meets D&D. It'd be so awesome. I was thinking about it last night. I've been thinking about all these last night. I would love to see a live action run. It could be. I mean, like if you have seen, there you go. Sell my merch. Thundar the Barbarian. He's a big beefy boy. I actually drew it off that. He designed it off that picture you just showed. But yeah. So Thundar the Barbarian. There was a new Dark Crystals Netflix show, and it was Jim Henson and a little bit of CGI to boot. And I was thinking, man, that's what kind of made the original 3 Star Wars movies kind of special is that they didn't have the CGI, they had models, and then they had puppetry. Right. And I was thinking a cool Thundar take. Now he could be a comic book too. He could be a toy line. This would be awesome. But a movie or or a Netflix show with some money, some cheese put on it. Mm-hmm. Get some puppetry in there. Get a buff dude, and stuff like that, and just the crazy sci-fi, like make it look like Legend. Remember Legend?
Right.
Legend with Tom Cruise and big, just that look, like that kind of dreamy look. I mean, I was pitching this last night. And I was like, yeah, I come up with a whole. They never show. This is the thing. They never show the beginning, the origin of this guy, and I do hate going now learn the origins of this character, and then it's against them. But Thunder the Barbarian, I've said it before. I'll say it till I die. He needs to come back, and in a big way. And if anybody wants to learn what my ideas for Thunder the Barbarian, join us next Saturday. I draw some Thunder the Barbarian. That's going to be on my docket next Saturday. Thunder the Barbarian, and I will reveal my pilot episode for Thunder the Barbarian as I draw the character.
Nice.
Cool. I totally agree. Thundar's a great set of characters, and this is another choice of yours that I'm disappointed I didn't throw out there first.
Me too.
Yeah, and you one of your original characters was Hey Magic, how's it going? One of your original picks was Command D. I remember seeing that on one of your lists, and I'm like, this is kind of like your Command D, but with cojones. You know what I'm saying? This is like you got some Star Wars with the sword. You got and Chewbacca. You got him, and then you got. I mean, definitely, if you look at it, that's Han and Chewbacca and Leia roaming around fighting. Just scientific magicians. That's as funny as they're supposed to be wizards, but they're actually just like, I got this machine that makes me look like a wizard. And the fun you can have with that. So to the backdrop of like Planet of the Apes, it's crazy.
You mentioned, Commandy is kind of similar, and the origin of this kind of story, these characters has a place in comics with Alex Toth and Jack Kirby, both.
Steve Lieber, who created Howard the Duck.
Howard T. Duck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Steve Lieber. Yeah, I forgot about that. They were all part of the creative team.
Yeah. He's actually one that named like Ookla and stuff like that and they came in. I wonder if they brought Kirby in. I was like, hey, work some magic on there. And it just became like, oh, well, I have Command D. That's funny is also I learned Command D before Command D even happened. Like Kirby had like a one-off and some like not Tales from the Crypt, but something like, how they used to and Joe Simons had their own comic place, right? And they were popping out like Black Magic and stuff like that. And he had like a story just like that back then. Hey, it's on sale for
36 hours.
So we often neglect to mention that Al has a store on.
Oh look, it's Chucky is Chucky.
Chucky
on TeePublic.
Look at that.
So you can get T-shirts, mugs, any kind of merchandise with Al's artwork on it.
Yeah, look at. I went on a Wonder Twin shirt. Huh?
That's a banner. Oh yeah.
Oh, stick them up.
Stick them up.
Stick them up. I'll have a sketch them up if it does well. Yeah, stick them up doesn't do anything. I
love this Battle of Planets. I gotta get one of those.
Yeah.
You better.
I need the money.
And Captain California that no one remembers. It's crazy.
Yep.
There's my neon style too. I do that. Anyways, all right. You're selling too long. But there's a sale right now at Allen's 76 on TeePublic.
Tell them what the address or what to look for on TeePublic. I'll pull up the next set of images.
Well, Magic Lasso, I didn't take it down. Marvel took it down. We're pirates, okay? Let's just say that TeePublic, we're ahoy mateys. We're kind of like, even though it's a parody, I would consider it a parody. Marvel didn't like it.
Yeah, if you see it there and you like it, you should buy it when you see it because you don't know.
I've had some good ones taken down. We did T-Public had a partnership with like Cartoon Network, which would be Warner Brothers, and I got some designs okayed, like Regular Show and Dexter's Lab and all those. And then once Cartoon Network said, "See ya," well, like they left and they took those designs with them, so I can't find them no more. Ain't no more. Anyways, and it might not have just been Marvel. It might have been someone that did a similar design and like, oh, that's my design because I should do that because they rip you off there, man. I tell you what.
Oh yeah,
I'm definitely going to go for that Battle of Planets though. I'm gonna take advantage of the.
This is number 7, huh?
Sale. Yeah, this is the next one up.
So I got back to back. Let me tell you. Whereas Thunder the Barbarian is the Planet of the Apes, just like Conan, Star Wars stuff. This is gonna be Blade Runner. This is what my vision. This is Blade Runner with a monster masher, man. This guy is going to be fighting like, okay, so take Blade Runner, Logan's Run, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, the one where they're like worshiping the atomic bomb underneath. No? Anyways. and then take like parts of Escape from LA, where like they have like the hideous, deformed, like surgery people.
Mm-hmm.
Because what this is it's like hey, we got all this technology, but beware. It's kind of like an anti-technology thing. Like the world that was built on top of our world, like without, you see it every day. You go down the street and the old mom and pop shop was demolished and then they put up a Costco or something.
Yeah.
So this is that. But thank Blade Runner and, they have the robot people, but then you also have like the cyborgs and the genetically enhanced people that are running around and just straight monsters. You could have OMAC just smashing fools. It would look pretty cool. And you could have anybody playing OMAC, right? In the right hands. See, this is the problem I have with DC. They'll take a Jack Kirby idea that could be it could be its own world, its own universe. And they're like, oh, let's use it to make them into like Justice League bad guys. I'm sure people like that. But like, it's so much bigger. It's like seeing a kid like, oh, you have so much potential, and then they're just picking their nose. Your finger's great. You can play piano, and they're just like, oh god, that's DC for you. OMAC is the fine pianist. It's like, you got so much. You got so many different genres in there.
Mm-hmm.
And his secret identity is named Billy Blank, and he is a blank slate. And you can have anybody, any race play this character. Mm-hmm. I think it would be great. When I was thinking about who could be it, I was thinking either like Batista or like a young Batista, Dave Batista, or Rock. I'm just thinking big money. But here's the day. Nowadays, you can just like take a wimpy dude like Paul Rudd and then like make him a big muscle dude. So I'm like, I got old thinking,
Mm-hmm.
But I would kind of change it up a bit. I wouldn't make Billy. I'd actually make Billy Blank the guy that's kind of like, well, you shouldn't do that. And then when he turns into like OMAC, he's like, oh, that's okay, but I'm still gonna smash this monster. Like he becomes more adult. Like I don't know. But I was thinking about it all that.
My question was going to be: does the Mohawk come with the character? Is that crucial to the character?
I think. Well, it isn't. But I think it's iconic. Mm-hmm. I think you can make it smaller, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of like Yondu.
See, that's what I was thinking of, Yondu, whatever his name is. Yeah.
The fact that they didn't put a big fin on Yondu greatly disappointed me.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
This is more a gladiator helmet, but it's his hair. I think it would be dope to have him with a big. But if you you'd have to make sure that the guy playing it doesn't mind.
Right.
You know,
he can
I
pull it off.
I don't think if you got like Rocky Rock in there, man, he'd be like, "Yeah, I want a big mohawk." He would look cool. That's the thing. There's only a couple dudes who can pull this off.
Right.
Okay, but I think I might insult somebody here. Did Rob Liefeld draw this?
You can leave.
Get off my stream.
I asked because the feet are all covered up.
That's because it's clipped off, man.
It's edited off the panel. This is Jack Kirby goodness.
Oh,
you just got comic canceled. You just got comic canceled, man. Like, dude, are you even like looking at stuff? We like, hey, look at this, read this, check this out. No, you're checking out like, you're too busy with your sports, I think. Man, Jamie looks like he's gonna throw you out. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I don't know this dude.
Kirby on the wall.
It's all Neil Adams on the wall.
Oh.
Wow. Hey, is that Rob Liefeld?
I just said all the feet were cut off. So that was a legitimate question.
You're not gonna draw feet all the time and that's like drawing I'm gonna draw a full body in each panel.
Except for that was the one thing that's been made clear to me from day one. He cuts off feet because he can't draw feet. No,
Kirby drew feet. He established feet. I'm like that. Just like it's like he hasn't absorbed.
Well, what is
like
OMAC a part of? I've never heard of OMAC before. You mentioned that.
Is it Jack?
Well, I mentioned him several times in the past.
Is he in New Gods or
no.
After New Gods? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's his own thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's one of those things. It's like, we'll give you this other book. It's I don't know. I mentioned it. I think I mentioned it like 2 or 3 times in the past. But you know what? We now understand. We now know Vic doesn't listen to me.
So let's find out what character that Victor thinks needs to have more exposure these days.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna just tell you this is all right. So the way this happened,
Luke Cage, Mayor.
This is Mayor Luke Cage.
So there's supposed to be a 4 or 5 book series for Devil's Reign. Luke Cage come out, and at the end he was going to be named mayor. I was excited about it. I was pumped about it, read about it. Then it got canceled. I was like, oh man. Then I read that eventually he becomes mayor, and he's mentioned in bits and parts of other books. I was like, okay, but I really want him to have his own series, right? Mm-hmm. So then, but after we made up our mind on this list. Yesterday, I get my books from the comic book store. First book, Thunderbolts. I'm like, great, let's read it. So Mayor Luke Cage forms the Thunderbolts, the good Thunderbolts, because my main man Wilson Fisk had the evil Thunderbolts, and so this was basically a Mayor Luke Cage book, the Thunderbolts, and so I've wasted our time. Mm-hmm. See, exactly.
and it's too bad he's never had his own TV show or anything like that.
The TV show broke the internet.
That's what I'm saying.
Netflix.
So he needs more exposure now.
Here's my thing. As with the other choice that I had that was vetoed with Ironheart. Okay. Why aren't they making book series to go with these people?
Okay.
When Luke Cage was a huge TV show. There was no Luke Cage series out there.
There wasn't?
No.
Are you sure?
I asked.
You did?
I asked Buy Me Toys, and I mean, they might
not know.
I mean, I need to go to the comic book store in the hood to get it.
Well, listen, dude. They've had, but listen, I am all for Luke Cage, man. Listen, Mayor, I wouldn't have it. This is what I would do. If I'm talking TV show, you bring back Luke, that's what you do. I would bring in Wilson Fisk as kind of like he's trying to come in and almost take over like where Luke Cage is. His home was Harlem or something.
That would be a good
okay. So you bring him in, right? And then Luke Cage, it's not like an actual mayor like he's running for it. It's like he starts becoming like the Godfather. Where people start going, oh, Wilson Fisk is Kingpin's doing this. So they start going to him, and he's like the protection, like he should be. And then he's fighting dude after dude. He's fighting all of Kingpin's cronies in there. That would be hard. That would be sick. and then you call it Mayor. You call it Mayor, Luke or Cage or whatever. You don't call it Godfather but that's what it'd be. He'd be the new pretend, but he would be a good Godfather. Where he's like, hey, I'll take care of this for you.
He was like the unofficial mayor.
Yeah, like it's like
the
street mayor, the guy that they was like, well, you're gonna mess with this dude, you gotta mess with Luke Cage, he's protecting that town. I would have him like he doesn't want to have anything to do with being superhero junk or whatever. He's street level, but he can knock down a building, you know what I mean? And then you got Kingpin in there, you get Wilson Fisk in there. Oh man, that's setting it up. That's setting it up, dude. Yeah, that'd be great. But you just get a new Luke Cage, though. You get a new actor or something.
Yeah, well, you have one in mind, I heard. But yes, I'm with all that. But something.
Well, yeah, that's what we're here for. We're here to like, hey, look at this would be cool. Check this out. And Mayor Cage would be fun. I think that would be good. But make sure it's like Godfather level where you're not like actually having ceremonies and stuff. But you know what I mean? And then people start calling, hey, Mayor, what are you doing? And then he's just like, oh, man.
That's the premise of Thunderbolts. The current Thunderbolts is Luke Cage can't be running around knocking heads because he's the mayor. So he puts together the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I don't read comics. Sorry. Like, some of that's just like, oh, what? You made this guy? It's like when you're taking characters that had their own thing and they were strong, and then you're like, well, we'll just throw them in there, see what happens. No. Okay. Like you either commit this is basically what happens is that they get scared of like putting money into characters they think are don't have a chance, so they like, let's put them. I would say a backdoor pilot or backdoor entry into a new thing. I wouldn't do that. I'd maybe let them rest, bring them back with a new coat of paint. Because that wears them out, because that shrinks that puts too many storylines on them. So then when they come back and it's remember he was making out with Abomination in that Thunderbolts book, and you're like, what? I don't remember that.
All right, now one big thing,
you gotta keep it fresh.
Abomination was in this first issue of Thunderbolts, and two, because he was one of the original Thunderbolts, right?
No.
He wasn't. Well, I think he was in this book.
Thinking of Atlas
But if I don't get, maybe this is just me. It could be me only. If I don't get a Luke Cage, Spectrum, Clint Barton love triangle, I will be upset.
Well, you're gonna be upset. Okay.
What?
At the end, Monica Rambeau shows up to save everything, and Clint Barton's in charge of the Thunderbolts. And then she has a meeting with Luke Cage, and he's like, why'd you turn me down when I asked you to lead the squad? And it looked like there might have been some chemistry there at one point. I'm just saying.
So you want to see that on screen with the Hawkeye that we have?
No, I want to see that in the comics.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to the movies.
Oh no, not the TV.
I'm the movie guy. I'm the movie guy. I'm the live action. Yeah. All right. Hey, I'd say that Luke Cage, Mayor Cage would be good, especially the way I knocked it out. But
yes, I'm with you.
He's solid. I give him a solid 7, right? Or is he?
So, Al, you mentioned that you don't read comics anymore. Well, you don't have to read comics to know this character.
Who is that?
Knight?
This is Mad Max.
Oh.
So I have to watch the Thunderdome movies?
No, don't watch Thunderdome. Even though I have Tina Turner in it, don't watch Thunderdome. Listen, you got 2 solid. You go ahead and you pitch it. I'm not.
No, this was yours? Oh, yeah. Okay.
You gotta watch Mad Max. You gotta watch Road Warrior, and you gotta watch Thunder Road.
And the lightning
Furry Road.
What'd you say?
Furry Road.
Furry Road.
A bunch of furries driving around in cars.
No, not. So yeah, Mad Max. I mean, they do like a movie every 10 years, something like that.
Longer than that.
Well, they
got a Furiosa one coming out.
Yeah,
they're working on that. So you're not going to see Mad Max.
Didn't they just do one?
Like 10 years ago.
Oh, I thought they just did one for HBO Max.
It's on HBO Max now, but it was.
No, that's what you watch it on.
Oh, okay.
Now, do you want to see a Mad Max comic book? Because I remember back in the Comic Creator Syndicate days, we were like, man, we could Mad Max comic book would be pretty strong.
Yeah.
But we didn't know that they were working on Fury Road because like George Miller, he's always writing some crazy stuff.
Right. So he's one of the few, I think, kind of creators of properties like this that he's been able to maintain control over it, creative control. So that's why you don't see a whole lot of merchandise. You don't see. I think DC actually did a comic book at one point, like a graphic novel or something like that.
Was
but
it Thunderdome?
No, it was. I think it was a new story, but I never got it because the art didn't look all that great. But
that's another reason why I don't buy too many comics.
They don't make. They've never made merchandise. I mean, I'm in the model kit business. I've got people screaming for model kits for all the vehicles and stuff. They would be awesome.
Right.
But I think the kind of the world, the universe, the story is set in is rife with opportunity to tell all kinds of awesome stories.
I like the idea that he didn't put a face to him. He just showing his butt and his gun and his car, because Mel Gibson. But I'm all for it. Yeah, you could do this. Could be a comic line, video. They had a video game which wasn't too good. That's the problem with video games is you get like, oh, there's new games coming out, and then it's like a crappy game, and you kill any idea for a franchise. Movie wise, maybe I think Mad Max is ready for a TV show.
Yeah, it'd make a great streaming show.
Yeah, I think it would. I think you get a no-name Max like originally was, and then you just take them out there and flip cars. And only thing is, it might end up like one of those bad 2000 Smokey and the Bandit Knight Rider movies for TV because they don't have any money,
Yeah.
See, one of the fun things about the old movies was like they were wrecking them cars, man. They were flipping those cars.
This is the Grace Jones movie?
Who?
Wasn't Grace Jones in the series?
No.
It's Tina Turner, man.
Going in the Destroyer.
Okay. I mean, I'm intrigued by this. Good morning, Gore. Thanks for joining us.
Gore Vidal, thanks for joining us, man. There's a Fury Road prequel. Yep, we were just talking about that. Oh, the prequel is collected in a graphic novel.
Yeah. So we couldn't read it. I did that. You did that?
Yeah.
All right, I'm not touching it anymore.
I'm not touching nothing. I wasn't done reading. Good to see you.
Learn to read quicker. No.
All right, so we're down to the last round of 3 characters.
Let me really quick. I had this idea before. Listen, sometimes you don't like your comic book covers. They're ugly. You think they're gross. You don't understand them, or it's not your type of thing. I'm not saying this is bad. I like this cover, whatever. But what I was thinking, remember I was shooting this idea before, is I'm calling it comic recovers, right? So you take this comic, you don't, whatever. I don't really care. Right now, this is my mock-up. This is my hard pitch. You cover it up.
He has no clue, does he?
You have people sketch it. You have your own artist sketching these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
it'd be great if they used like an acetate paper. Is that right?
Right. This is just. They don't have these yet.
They staple it on there in a way.
No, you don't staple it.
That you can get a 9.8 grade for it.
You understand what I'm doing here?
I am.
Listen, this is for covers that don't have sketch covers on them. All right.
Gotcha. So you just take your random copy.
Vic is like he's the bus driver. I'm gonna get you a bus driver outfit, a shirt, and everything. Anybody that says that, you can just drive them over, right? Just throw them under the bus when you don't understand what I'm talking about.
All right.
Sketch covers for covers that don't have sketch covers. You're making your own. You're taking these. You're taking these the artist alley. You're having artists do these. You can find them online. Boom, boom, boom. Put them in there. I'm pitching this. Okay. I want people to do this. I don't care if you steal or anything. Just make sure it's not paper that's gonna mess up a comic book.
How do we know that's an issue of X-Men under that?
Because you'll write that on the.
Because you're gonna label it somehow, or you're gonna have them draw the thing. You can listen. In the future, these will be printed with the title on there. Okay, Marvel will put these out. DC will put these out, and you'll be able to get them. Oh, right, or you have a printer yourself. See, you can print them yourself.
Mm-hmm. Hey, as long as you don't pay for the book, I guess it's all right.
You want an ugly book? I'm saying make your own covers.
Okay, can we get back to the topic again?
What are you doing?
How do we get off the rails? We're going so well.
Everything okay, whatever. Go ahead.
All right, so this time I get to go back to back because we're starting this final round with my with my third pick.
Third pick.
This is number 4.
Yes.
3.
Well, number 4.
4.
3. There you go.
No, because number 1 is the one that's going to be chosen by the fans. That's going to be the people's pick. The people's pick. Okay. What's this?
Is this from
How? Oh, the black and white picture needs to be more exposed. We're off the rails.
Hey, boo.
See, Mars is keeping track. Look, we've got an audience that pays attention to us. Don't ever forget that.
Mars is our new favorite.
Mm-hmm. So, in this day and age of let's introduce, strong female characters, I'm bringing to the forefront a strong female character that's been here since like 1993. A lot of collectors are familiar with books like Strangers in Paradise that started around the same era.
Mm-hmm.
This is the character I'm bringing to the table is Beth from Stray Bullets. This is a series by David Lapham. He's done several miniseries based on this universe that he's created. And Beth is the character, the main character that's kind of gone throughout the whole series. The charm of Stray Bullets is that each issue can be read on its own.
Oh, okay.
Even though sometimes he does longer storylines. He does a lot of playing with time, going forward in time, back in time to kind of reveal the histories of the characters as they go. But Beth is kind of the character that's kind of gone through, like I said, the most of the storylines he's told. But she's essentially like you have to find like a female version of Harrison Ford to play this role in a movie, because she just comes in and takes control of every situation she's in.
Like Angelina Jolie in Tomb Raider?
No. Like every character. Listen, I'm for this, but it's what is it, 100 bullets or Stray Bullets?
This one is Stray Bullets, not to be confused.
Not to be confused. I'm confused. But I'm telling you, yeah. So it would have to be a Stray Bullet. I'm going off of TV and stuff. I'm not comics. It's already been in comics.
Right.
Like if you're saying that she's kind of like the recurring character, and
she needs her own standalone book, is that what you're saying?
Well, so the idea was we're going to talk about characters, and then we kind of some of us came up with teams, but I didn't want to bring in just the title of a book. So
I don't know if people like even know about Stray Bullets.
And that's the biggest crime in comic books right now.
I'm just saying, he mentions Stray Bullets at least once a month.
Not anymore. I tried to stop beating this dead horse, but
why? I do a Kirby all the time.
Mars Comics. I've seen you on streams with Comics Will Break Your Heart. I think you guys would love this series.
I mean, I downloaded it on Comixology for
going
free.
By what I can judge by the taste you guys have talked about. Yeah, Right to Rising. Yeah, another Terry Moore book. Definitely, you can get it in trades, and finding the single issues is not that hard either. Well, you can find them on eBay, but they are hard to find single issues at dealers.
And if you have a Comixology membership, it's free. It's part of the free download.
Is it? Cool.
That's why I have it.
Nice.
That and 100 bullets.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize. Hi, Alea. Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Hialeah.
I know Gore Vidal. He's all over this.
Right.
One of his favorites.
I'm all for it. I think, tell you the truth, I think Stray Bullets is probably like in development hell somewhere.
I think David Lapham has probably been approached to adapt it at some point, and he's chosen not to. And I think I've heard him specifically say he's not going to.
It's a Calvin and Hobbes situation, huh?
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't like that. It's almost like I've always wondered about Madman, like the Alred's character Madman. Like, why is it? And then you find out it's probably development hell. I mean, Goon is the same way. Any independent book seems to be like, hey, like Stray Bullets is like, we got this, but guess what? Like what? Strangers in Paradise or whatever. What was that one? Remember
Strangers
that?
in Paradise is also one that talked about and has been what they call it when they buy the rights and never make it. Option.
Development hell.
It's been optioned.
Yeah. Oh, optioned. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Stray Bullets maybe. But you're looking more comics. You're looking for her like Beth. It's gonna be instead of Stray Bullets, it's gonna be Beth. Like
I want to see a live action streaming show. Good morning, Mastodon. I want to see a live action streaming show. It's perfect for streaming. And it's a lot. If you're a fan of stuff like maybe Fargo's a little bit kind of offbeat, but Ozark, it's a lot like Ozark. Maybe it's basically it's the same trope of characters just kind of keep digging themselves into a deeper hole until it's like you have no idea how they are going to get themselves out of this mess, and then they turn around and they get out of the mess. So
such a mess.
But it's along the lines of Game of Thrones. You can't fall in love with the characters because they drop like flies along the way. But the fact that he plays with time and goes back and forward in time, you see the characters again even after they're gone.
Okay.
So, yeah, so that's cool. And then this is probably the only like the true meaning of underexposed, like of all of them. But it's by choice of the creator. So it's like, hey, you want to come out and dance? No, I'll sit here in a corner because fire bad. You know what I mean? So it's funny. Yeah, you did hit on that originally this was going to be like, hey, let's talk about little Johnny that sits in the corner and why he should have more of an exposure. But I took it. And I was like, no, the characters that should be on TV and all this, we should make franchises out of them. That's what I'm going for. Because to tell you the truth, okay, so think of this. If Halloween, the original Halloween 1978 classic, never had a sequel, it would probably be more epic, right? Mm-hmm. So that character that's sitting in the corner that isn't overexposed makes that character like that sweet cult classic character. Like, and it makes your character. It makes it that band that no one found but you. You right. Got the album, but this is what's going to happen, Jamie. Now that you've mentioned Beth and Stray Bullets, it's going to blow up. And what's going to happen is that you're not going to like it anymore because they're going to give you what you want until you don't like it. They're going to jam it down, they're going to ram it down your throat, and then you're just going to get sick of it. You're going to get sick of it. But there you go. But I hope you enjoyed your little punk band, your little garage band of Stray Bullets because it's over now. It's over.
Yep. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Who's next? It's number 3?
Really?
Al is next.
Number 3. Because we all voted for Vic's characters and Visionaries. Again, I took it over. It was supposed to be one single character that sits in the corner and twiddles his toes. I'm going, what should be on the big screen? What should be invading our lives on TV? It's Visionaries. Now, this is my main event spot here. And the reason why I picked Visionaries, okay, remember the movie Excalibur, 1981?
Yes.
Like shiny armor. I think it's John Merriman or something made that. Imagine that. I mean, like it was almost like a dream watching that
Mhm,
movie. It was so shiny, and then it was. Now put put like Green Lantern type like shiny animals, and they become those animals. I mean, I'm talking Game of Thrones, Excalibur, dirty, almost Highlanderish, where they're and the magic. Think of the magic, the dirty magic, the like Merlin. I mean, it writes itself kind of thing, Just if you look at it from more, like I said, Thundar earlier, like with less CGI and more puppetry, and stuff like that. And I was thinking about doing a live stream reaction to launch. What's he talking about?
He's talking to Hialeah in chat.
Oh, okay.
They're having a conversation.
They're having a business meeting. Having a business meeting as I ramble through this. No, but anybody familiar with the Visionaries, which you're probably not, because oh yeah, but this is our crew here. This is people that come here. But anybody that's like gotten this far, Visionaries was an '80s, I think mid '80s cartoon where, because the toys had a holographic chest plate, they would reveal their like totem or whatever, and it'd come forth. And I'm thinking you got to keep that, or they wouldn't be called Visionaries anymore. You got to have that. As you were. No, yeah, sorry. I think it would be cool, like kind of where it's their avatars type thing, where they, the creature pops out of them, and then they keep the mind, like the person's still in there. I mean, that's the way it was. It's just like he's a lion now, and and just the magic aspect, the shiny dream state.
Right.
Of the show, I think would be cool.
You need that kind of gauzy blur to put on the
yeah, just put the Vaseline over the if anybody's seen Excalibur, but then have them with like powers and stuff. I think that'd be crazy. And then like they could barely move around in their armor too, and they were like I love that movie. I think, but that's what comes to mind. That meets like Game of Thrones. And and Highlander, because like they could steal each other's like avatars.
Oh, okay.
They can I beat you, now I'm taking your creature. Yeah. Hey,
I
man.
got you, Hialeah. That's why I'm number one or number two.
They were cool. Anyway.
All right, so we're about to reveal the 9th pick. So for you guys that have come late, what we're going to do is each of us have chosen 3 characters to present. This is going to be the last character in the last round. So after this, we'll recap the characters we brought to the table, and then we want you in the chat to vote on which of the 3 of us you want to reveal for the 10th character.
Yeah.
Who's
the number 1 is going to be?
Good pick.
Well, so far. Oh yeah, go ahead with number 2. The actual. What we got? I want to see who you picked.
All right, I need y'all to work with me on this one for a little bit, okay? My man John Shaft. All right, so every week I watch this video show by Bueller where he shows you the new comic books coming out each week, okay? Mm-hmm. And it seems like every week there's a Catwoman, a Harley Quinn, Red Sonja with about 15 covers, Vampirella with about 15 covers. And you know what? I don't know anybody who reads those books. Nobody. But they keep coming out week after week after week. All I'm saying is I ain't never seen John Shaft without a sexy black woman with him. You just throw a sexy black woman on the cover with John Shaft, y'all saw a ton of these books. And plus, John Shaft is the coolest dude in the world. Who delivers 10 times out of 10? Shaft. I mean, you have the coolest comics, the best stories, and then you have all the sexy black women in the world. I'm just saying, because there is nothing finer than a sexy black woman. I mean, sure, my wife is white, but so I just have to make sure she doesn't see this part. But I am telling you, them books every week. Now, nary one of them girls are black.
So you're in the exploitation market, is that it?
Black exploitation was a huge thing back in the day.
Yeah. It's still around. It's still going. Listen, I'm with you, Vic. Shaft is a character that needs to be overexposed. You know, we have a strong black character in Shaft. I think it's because of the exploitation thing. They're like, oh no, he's beating women and stuff. He never did that.
No,
I think
he wasn't Jim Brown.
Shaft. I think Shaft. Sure, we missed the thing. He could have been our James Bond. He could have been James Bond, man. He should have as many movies as James Bond.
Yes.
We could have had so many different versions of Shaft. I mean, think about that. After Richard Roundtree, who's your Roger Moore, right? Billy D. Williams could have been it. You got Billy D. Williams in there. You could have got Eddie Murphy maybe to be Shaft instead of Beverly Hills Cop.
With the latest movie, they have like the three generations of Shaft because they have Richard Roundtree, Samuel L. Jackson, another guy, and then they have the son, so John Shaft the second or something like that.
See, I'm not hearing that. I'm hearing, listen, James Bond is the same dude. He doesn't have no kids. He don't have no. That's what you need with Shaft, and it's just a new guy playing him, right?
That's a great movie.
I thought last night, I was like, you know what? I would have liked to see, because we needed a Roger Moore for Shaft. I was like, Rudy Ray Moore. We're talking Dolomite, baby, a Shaft. That would have been great. I don't know nobody gonna stand against me. I'm telling you, beautiful. I'm not gonna do the rest.
I'm telling
you, we missed out. We could have had 20. How many James Bond movies are there?
20.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Shaft should have had that many movies. He would have got crazy. He would have had some crazy villains in there.
But does Luke Cage, does he have the sexiness of John Shaft?
No,
I think that's how the white guys that made him wanted him to be.
Well, who created Shaft?
So they gave him a white woman.
All I'm saying is, I'm with you, Vic. I think that we're missed out on Shaft. I don't see. I'll tell you the truth. I want to hold there. Who could be who is the Shaft of our era? Who could be Shaft now? And I'm not talking like some chump. I need somebody. I mean, I love Michael J. White.
Yeah, I don't know who he is. Trevor Jackson, it would be Shaft.
Okay. Does he have personality?
Yes. And he's tall, good looking, knows how to wear a leather coat.
Okay, we'll see it. It's not, he's probably gonna be Shaft, but if he is the personality you say he is, then he'll be bigger in movies than what we know him now. We'll be speaking his name. I'm just talking about Shaft. So that's our number 9, right?
That's number 9. Yep.
Okay, so Vic had, to begin with, he had Cloak and Dagger, he had Mayor Cage, and then he had Shaft. All 3 strong characters. I'm on board to see all these in movies. I'd like to see that. Jamie, I had Thundar, Omak, One Man Army, and Visionaries took a poop. And then you had Squadron Supreme, you had Mad Max, and Beth from Stray Bullets. Okay? So now what we want everybody, the people in the chat to do is to pick which one of us had the best 3.
Right.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
And Shaft has his own theme music.
So which batch of characters do you guys want to see more of? Again, I had Beth from Stray Bullets, Mad Max, and Squadron Supreme, the Mark Gruenwald limited series. Remind the folks again who you had.
Cloak and Dagger.
Mayor
Cage and John Shaft.
And I had Thundar the Barbarian. I had Kirby Omak, and then I had Visionaries. the nice, not Neil Adams visionaries, but the toy line visionaries.
Right.
So, which one of us had the best 3? 2 or 3 out of 1. So let us know. As soon as you can.
While the live chat is voting.
Yeah.
And also, I have a trivia question.
Okay, go ahead.
What TV character's theme song was Farmer in the Dale?
Shaft?
No. Shaft's theme song was Shaft.
Well, I didn't know if
by Isaac Hayes.
Rewrote it.
Wow.
All right, he's from The Wire.
We're vamping.
So let's, like I said, last week, Al did a Sketch 'em Up show, and he's going to do that again next week. So tune in for that.
Yeah.
You said you might start that at 10:30.
Seems like 10:30. Join me at 10:30. Me and Vic at 10:30 if we can do it.
It seems like we get a stronger crowd here later in the show. Maybe we'll just start all our shows a little later, 10:30.
Okay.
And see if we get a better live crowd.
Especially as John's in the middle of soccer season.
There's that.
So, yeah, anybody has any strong ideas? Well, I don't want to. Yeah. We're looking for more.
Pitch us characters that you think are underused that you would like to see more in live action or in comics if they don't have comics.
Yeah. Or just pick which one of us you want to see. Announce the top number 1 here. Okay, so next week I'm thinking about doing some Thundar, but anybody wants to give me some ideas, I was gonna try to pitch the sketch cover thing, but you guys totally trampled over it, so I'm not gonna do it.
I like the sketch cover idea.
You were just eating me alive when I was trying to pitch it, and you're like, "Oh God,
it's problematic." And the two things it's got going against it is there's already sketch covers that have the logo
attached to the comic book. This is you buy a sheet of them, take them to comic book artists, and then you can put them on any comic book. And it's a. Is this not? I don't get this. Is it how hard is that to? Fire back. Anyways, I guess okay. Okay, so we got Coach. We got a vote for Coach Vic. We got a vote for Jamie, and I guess a vote for me. So we got.
We're the perfect group of diversity for the show.
There you go.
Mastodon said Weird War Tales animated series would be intriguing, or any of the Bronze Horror books. That would be cool. Let's see those in animation.
Or GI Combat, GI Combat, or the Unknown Soldier would be pretty cool. You could have different people being the Unknown Soldier. It's just kind of an anthology of war stories. But the wars to do
like an actor of the week. Like you get a new actor to, he's in disguise every time. So,
well, that's what they could have done with like Human Target.
Mm-hmm.
I like that TV show.
Like Columbo. There was a Human Target TV show. Like how many?
It was on Fox like years ago, right?
Yeah, it's on Hulu now. It's what made me really want to get the comic book, which was good up until a point.
So Battle of Planets and Captain Harlock are what Gore wants to see me draw. So hey, I'd love to do a Captain Harlock.
Battle of the Planets, man.
It was hard for me not to choose Battle of the Planets for one of my choices this morning.
I don't know. I think it's copyright and all that good stuff. Okay, so Mars is picking me, so that's two for me, folks.
No, he had picked you. That's the one that had picked you before. So, see who has not voted. Mastodon and Hialeah. We need you to cast a vote, a deciding vote, hopefully.
It's not even here.
Both of you picked the same person.
Hialeah's trying to figure out how to trade me Jamar Chase.
So Magic Lasso says Coach. Gore says Jamie.
Mars has got
Then
you.
Mars. Oh, Mars. Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Lasso's always been my favorite.
Or we'll go off the air with no one. Nothing. No one cares.
Oh, we'll show all three.
Might as well. We can always say what the three are, so then like people can choose which one they want to hear about. And again, folks, recover.
That's way too small.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about recovery. You don't like these
choices again.
Huh?
Okay, so my picks were Beth from Stray Bullets, Mad Max.
Three. Where are the three picks? Pick one of us.
He needs to know who.
Beth from Stray Bullets, Mad Max.
Who do you want to hear from? That's
I can't remember his third one. That's how good it was.
Supreme.
Squadron Supreme, yes.
And Victor had.
I had Cloak and Dagger, Mary Luke Cage, and Shaft.
Notice he said Luke Cage twice because that's what it was.
And
it was
Al had
Shaft and Shaft. Hey, I had Thunder the Barbarian. I had OMAC. And then I had Visionaries. See, Mars likes the idea. That's why we're going into business. And we're doing it, not you, Jamie. Every idea I ever pitched to Jamie, he just looks at me. Like it cross-eyes him. He's like, what are you talking about? That's the dumbest idea. And then 10 days later, it's out, and someone's making $1 million on it. Because you just want to work at Round 2 Studios your whole life. You don't want to be making money.
Oh, see, that's what it's going to do. You're going to say at the store, it's going to have a little Round 2 logo on it.
No.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
And Jamie will have a nice little promotion to whatever he decides he wants to be.
I'm telling you, the recover is great. You can have your favorite artists drawn on that.
All right, there you go.
There you go. Okay, I forgot my pitch. Okay, number one. Okay, since this is like waiting for a dog to die. Oh my goodness, folks. We had this so planned out. Our number one is the Legion of Superheroes. Okay, Legion of Superheroes have in the comic books kind of been overexposed, but I'm going to tell you.
Oh, I get it now.
What? Yeah.
Remember how it all works.
Well, how we're
Did you get it? Anyways, okay. So my pitch for the Legion of Superheroes, I'm going animated Pixar style movie with the Legion of Superheroes. You can be live action, but nah. Look how many characters are. Okay, so my pitch for the movie is, okay, you know how today we kind of bring back old fads, like you got rockabilly, you got like flat top hairdos, from the 90s coming back. You got all that good stuff, right? We're mixing that all together in today so you can see anybody walking around. Okay, so imagine in the future, it's all like Tron Matrix type stuff, everybody's cool and everybody's wearing different, and then you have these kids that are wearing old looking like Superman type outfits. I want them to be that, like, you kids are weird, they can be at least 13, 14, 15, whatever. They can be in that rate. But I want them to be, this is, how do I figure this? This is kind of like Magnificent Seven, where you meet all of them separately. And it's also Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters, where it's like a team coming together, forming their own business style. Mm-hmm. So it's these kids that don't know each other. For their love of old superheroes, come together. You got Cosmic Boy, you got Lightning Lad, and you got Saturn Girl. All right? They team together, and you kind of get like they're weirdos because they're wearing like our clothes instead of future clothes in a sense, Mm-hmm. And then you go to where they're doing all their little, stopping little crimes, and as it gets bigger, they're kind of like they're more like a clubhouse, like they got the Legionary Clubhouse. They're more like that in that day and age. And then you got them, the world police or universe police, and you got to cut this out because you're just kids type of thing. And then they're like, they find they get more of a following. So you have more kids coming from other planets trying to join them, and they're trying to keep it like, oh no, we're, and then you get the montage of them, saving the day like Ghostbusters. And then they, you know what I mean? And then you get it's basically the original Ghostbusters. You get the guy that's trying to shut them down, and then they save the day. And then at the end, the guy's like, all right, well, we're for you, like RJ Brand or whatever.
RJ Brand is the one that's trying to stop him. And in the end, they save his life and he becomes their mentor.
There you go. And then he's like, well, we got to open this up. We're going to make this big. We're going to basically they become like the Green Lantern Corps, where they have on different planets. You're the voluntary Legion of Superhero guy. So you're going to be the cop you're going to be the marshal, the sheriff, or whatever here. But that's another movie. By the end of the movie, they're like, well, how many people can we do? You start off where it's like the 3, and then you get kind of some extra guys. And then at the end, they go into this room, and there's like billions, there's the Legion of Superheroes. And like, oh boy. And that could be the ending. It would be a nice, fun CGI, not CGI, but what do they call the Pixar? They're not
CGI. Animation.
Yeah, computer animation type thing. You can do it like that. And you bring in some fun. You try to keep out the fart jokes because I don't want, kids, I'm seeing more of like a Guardians of the Galaxy fun, but not too, you need to have some seriousness. I could see him like fighting Mordro or whatever, or the Fatal Five, and they're just like, your kids are dying. You guys aren't Jack, type of thing. And then I think it would be I think you get more kids into it. It would be more lighthearted. I think you're missing out. And I think that's why Legion of Superheroes is the number one underexposed or understood, the least understood to present to the mass audience. And that's why I think they're number one. But,
I can't disagree with this idea more. The fact that it's CG, that you can do every character, do every superpower, and not have it's virtually an unlimited budget in that matter.
You can't agree with this more?
I can't disagree.
Okay, I thought you said I can't agree with this.
I did a double negative there.
Okay,
I love it.
Like Big thought you were crapping on it too.
Yeah, because not many people know when they're doing a double negative, but he was being double negative on purpose.
But think about this. Right? This is for the kids too. This would get so many people. This is Incredibles. This is Guardians. But with more.
Stormtrooper back there in the white.
No. You'd have to blow that. There's so many. That's why at the end of my movie, you would see just a room full of heroes, and you'd be like, "Ooh, that boop!" Like, oh boy, to take from Quantum Leap.
You know what? Do you make this sound like to me? Young Justice, because through the 6 seasons of Young Justice, they've had about 500 different characters. Through that
Legion of Superheroes is originally from the Superboy. I even had an idea, because if you wanted to put Superboy in it, it could be later on. I was brainstorming all my stuff.
This is a DC book?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is all DC.
Okay.
Young Justice, all these guys. I think even Impulse was a part of Legion of Superheroes at one time. Impulse, Kid Flash, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah,
hard to believe in '96.
I can back him up on this because I was getting Titans and Legion both during that era, and it was those two and X-Men were the biggest books on the shelves.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, they're sign me up. Like someone pitched this, go, hey, this guy Alan Shell's got a great idea to Warner Brothers Discovery. I'd be all over it, man. I think it's fun for the whole family. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
rife with opportunity.
Especially since they're getting in Young Justice.
Well, whatever. That's like, this could be big. This could be huge. I mean, just saying superheroes, Young Justice, you're going like, okay, what's that? Like, whatever. Legion of Superheroes is like, it could be like Avengers. It could be that big brand,
Okay.
Justice League of America. But it's Legion of Super, because you know what everybody knows about? What do they say about, besides Marvel movies? Oh, superhero movies? You got Legion of Superheroes. That's gonna pop up. Bam, bam, bam. Branding's off the chain, man.
Okay.
So that's why my number one pick is Legion of Superheroes, boys and girls. And now let's go and watch what they've done with it, and it's garbage. But hey.
I think they did try an animated series a few years ago, and it just never took off because they obviously didn't do a great job of promoting it. Because I don't know that it was that great a product to begin with, but
right, that's the thing, because they're trying to like put all of that eras, like whenever it was like 2000, whenever they were trying to make it look like that and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and they're aiming for kids then.
I like the idea of you're starting out with a small group of kids, and you can evolve their costumes just like they did during the course of the series and stuff like that. Where early on it has those Silver Age kind of
I mean, that would be cool. Like it'd be like kids running around with like I wouldn't do this where they're wearing sheets or whatever as capes, but you can have that kind of exploration. Like I'm Cosmic Boy and I can do this, and then she runs into Lightning Lad and Saturn Girl, and they're like, "Well, wait a minute, you like Superboy or something like that?" And then that's like,
so kids don't play outside anymore,
huh?
Kids in the bright cherry future, maybe they do.
Oh, okay.
Kids like, don't what?
They don't go, but they don't play outside anymore.
Well,
I remember when I was a kid, I was told that I have to be out the house until 4:00, and the door got locked behind me.
This is about Vic now. I'll tell you what, if you look at all my picks, I think they're all in the future. One's like a dystopian future. One is like a Blade Runner future, but it's like I wouldn't want to live there. And then the other one is like nights in the future. So I'm just like, I apparently don't want to be here. But I hope I didn't disappoint with my number one. So
it was so good that I don't even want to mention mine or Victor's. That and the fact that we're at 120 mark. So
yeah, okay. Well, wow, we got a good crowd at the end there.
And you reminded me of a great movie that I loved when I was a young tyke, Excalibur. What a movie!
That I'm telling you, visionaries. But hey, what's okay? So we're not gonna be doing Pop Culture Clobberin time till October or something.
Middle of October, unless we do like a primetime special or something like that.
But here's good news. I'm going first shift, so we might be doing some during the week stuff.
Nice.
But for sure, next Saturday, folks, everybody that's still listening to the sound of my voice and watching Jamie want me to get done and wrap up what I'm doing. Next Saturday, me and Vic are gonna hit that sketch 'em ups. We're gonna be drawing next week, and we're gonna be talking just everything we can talk about. We still gotta talk about She-Hulk. We didn't hit on that. I don't want yada. That's what I was doing. He was saying yada yada earlier, so I was doing that. But
I had to educate somebody on who Megan Thee Stallion was yesterday.
Yeah, I had no idea.
The girl in the show.
Well, I knew that, but it's like, well, why is she famous?
Hey, thanks for participating. And whoever you want to see me draw next week, I might draw them. Just give me a, hey, type it in the comments below, and we'll be looking at that. Just not here, but then the comments on YouTube. Just be like, hey, draw this.
Yep.
And then next Saturday at 10:30, half of the crew comes back. We're good.
So Legion of Comics came in late. He wants a recap of who we chose.
Okay, at number 10, it was Squadron Supreme. It was Jamie's pick from the original team, not the Supreme Power team from the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And number 9, it was Cloak and Dagger from the Marvel series, which they got to be somewhere. They got to be coming in soon. And then number 8, it was Thundar the Barbarian, because everybody loves a little barbarian going nuts with the sun sword, right? Okay, so then we're at number 7, and we had OMAC. We are talking Kirby original, and we're not talking the in Identity Crisis or whatever they did with Maxwell Lord. We're not talking that. We're talking the dirty or the good Kirby. Diana Ross. I'm telling you, that's why I said dirty Diana. And then let's see, we had number 6 was Mayor Cage, which is a great idea by Vic. And then we had at number 5, we had Mad Max, who you won't see ever again. Then at number 4, we had Beth from Stray Bullets. That's like a deep shot, deep pick, but let's hope we'll see something from Stray Bullets soon. Maybe a movie, which I doubt it. And then at number 3, wait, that was 4. That was 4. Then at number 3, we had the Visionaries, which everybody poo-pooed, even though I'm in love with them. And then at number 2, we had Shaft, the man, the Mr. Legend. We had Vic closing it out with the trifecta. And then, because of you, the People's Choice was Legion of Superheroes, and that is your top 10 Clobberin Time pop culture Clobberin Time top 10 of the most underused, underexposed characters that could get a little love. Give them a little love. All right, Jamie, Coach.
This is why I let you guys go on my channel without me, because you did a much better job than I would have done to recap all that stuff. We've got a late breaking suggestion for what to draw next week. Coach Vic wants to draw X-Force, but he typed X-Factor.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. All right, buddies.
Hey, let's shout out the chat that's still here with us. We're going to close this out. Hialeah is still here. Generation X-Men, thanks for stopping by, man.
Wow. At the
Mars
end.
Comics has been here the whole show. We really appreciate that, Mars Comics. Gore Vidal still hanging around. Legion of Comics. Mastodon. Hey, thanks everyone for sticking around through the whole show. And Second Street Marvel. Can't leave that dude out too.
Oh, Rob Boswell was in earlier. Is he still hanging out?
I think he probably said hello and then probably went to work or something.
Oh, that sucks.
And Ben Compton, he's been lurking.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for joining us. We will see you sometime. I'm not sure when we'll see you. You'll see Al and Victor
next week.
Be
here 10:30 next week, man. We're gonna get our sketch on, man.
Yep. Remember, on the J Hood channel, we remind you, keep your priorities straight. Faith, family, comic books. See you next time, guys.
Whenever there's a crime, who's always there to fight it? Whenever there's a wrong, who's always there to right it? When someone breaks the law, who do people harm?